For me, early intervention is about childhood trauma, intervening at an early age. Well, the likelihood if a trauma isn't dealt with, the likelihood is they end up in the criminal justice system or they end up with addiction issues. So it's about trying to find a way to help that individual.
My dad died when I was young, so I didn't have really anybody controlling us, you know what I mean? So I kind of went off the rails when I was just a wee boy, you know what I mean? So I've started coming to hands like this, trying to change my life, you know what I mean? Instead of just in a prison all the time, you know what I mean?
I don't think there's enough services provided on the ground for young people. You know, all the intensive services are there for young people, but we hope to get more services there so that you don't need to have intensive services for young people, so you know, they're getting help at the first available time.
Say, for example, your parents have adverse childhood experiences or childhood trauma that they never worked through. That's affected their behaviour, which in turn affects how they bring their children up, and it's a cycle.
To break the cycle, you're going to need support. You're going to need to deal with them trauma issues that initially started you down the drug route. People that we deal with in the positive outcomes don't have a roof over their head, they have addiction issues, which then leads them into the criminal justice, and that's where we come in. So it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs: food, shelter, water. How does a seed grow into a beautiful flower? You need to give them their basic needs to then develop that person into doing other stuff.
Lorraine, she got involved with because I'm a persistent offender, and I'm always in and out of jail, you know what I mean? And she comes obviously to see that and make sure that I'm not getting into trouble and all that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Just they trying to keep you out of jail. What made you want to change your life?
I had a lot of ACEs, adverse childhood experience, I had a lot of trauma, and I lived in that cycle for 24 years.
24 years?
24 years. And it got to the point in 2015 that within myself I knew I was going to die.
I would like, obviously, like younger ones, obviously, had seen the way my life turned out, not to do the same things like we done, you know what I mean?
So what would you do if you were in those shoes?
I was a young person who picked up charges with the police myself, right through till I was 21. But it takes two parties to want to engage with each other and somebody to believe in you, you know what I mean? If you find somebody that believes in you, it helps you believe in yourself. Yeah.
My past, my experience is drug addiction and mental health issues. I started using drugs when I was 14. So because I've been through that, I understand how important that is, how important support is.
You know, I think there's already steps where there's diversion for prosecution and there's, you know, diversion for court systems that are already in place. But I would have more of that, more community-based sentencing. You get a lot more learning at that, you get more relationships built with community services.